News continues our coverage of how cuts to various government food programs will soon hit thousands of Kern County families. Local organizations are hastily gearing up for what's to come. More people to serve with less resources. 17's Jenny Huh tells us how.
Empty shelves. That's what CAPK says we can be seeing much more of in the coming months. A stark contrast to their typically very well-stocked food warehouse.
There will be a measurable reduction in the amount of resources that come into the warehouse that then we are able to redistribute to the county.
For the Community Action Partnership of Kern, known as CAPK, the shelves are full enough to distribute 2 million pounds of food monthly. But for how long, no one knows.
There's going to be maybe a reduction of the amount of resources that we are able to provide to each family.
This a result of federal and state funding cuts to various food assistance programs, like the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Emergency Food Assistance Program. Lowry says already 13 loads of food from that source, so 3.5 million pounds of food, were canceled.
We're looking at probably a reduction of the equivalent amount of about $6 million worth of food on an annual basis in reduction.
Lowry says the need is growing while the supply is diminishing. He says lines outside food banks are twice as long as they were 2 years ago. In January 2023, CAPK partners, so local food pantries and nonprofits, distributed food about 92,000 times. That number surged to 220,000 now.
It's against that backdrop that now we're also facing a reduction of resources to be able to provide those families.
It's a fearful thing for a family for a mom and dad not to be able to feed their kids.
How can we stretch this a little more so that no one walks away with nothing?
That's the focus of CAPK's 2025 annual partner conference Friday morning.
In order to serve the people that we serve, I rely upon the food bank.
Lowry says CAPK won't cut distribution sites, but
it produces downward pressure on what is the safety net of all social programs, and that's the food bank.
These organizations say not knowing how long all of this will last only adds to their concerns. At the CAPK warehouse, Jenny Huh, 17 News.